It's been several days since I recorded a video or posted a video, but that is because I am only really recording and posting when I feel like there's a breakthrough, or I feel like I've really made some progress. There hasn't been anything earth-shattering, but what I would like to say is that there's been a gentle shift. Maybe you felt it too. And maybe it does have something to do with the lunar eclipses, and I don't really pretend to know anything about astrology and how it all works. But I've definitely felt a shift in myself, and I have listened and tried to incorporate at a deeper level all of the things I've been listening to and hearing and that have really resonated with me. And let me just highlight a few of them. One of them, the Divinely Aligned channel, I think it is. Courtney is her name. She channels source consciousness that she calls zero, or that they call themselves. But she always is saying, choose yourself. I think that's the way she says it. Choose yourself. Choose you. And that really has a surface level element to it, and it has a much deeper level element to it. So that's what I have been consciously trying to do over the last few weeks, is to choose myself, put myself first. If I'm feeling like I've got two businesses. Some of you might already know that. But just as a reminder, or if it's new news, I've got two businesses. And the thought process behind buying those two businesses was that it would provide, each one of those was a well-established business, and that between the two of them, it would provide ample income as I retired from the federal government. I had a lot of learning to do because, for various reasons, each one of those companies was not what I thought they were. They weren't as structured as I thought they were. The management team was not as involved and organized as I thought they were. And there was a lot more hands-on required by the owner. So that was October of 23 when I bought my first one, a restaurant. And it happened to be the month that the city started a major road construction project out in front of, up and down the main road in front of the business. That had a big impact, but it had a bigger impact because I wasn't emotionally and spiritually prepared for running a business, especially one that wasn't what I thought it was. So, but Source has its purposes, and and this is good. It's good to recognize that all of the things that are happening in our lives are because we need it. We've asked for it at some level, and we're benefiting from it. So recognizing that we're benefiting from everything that's happening is a huge thing. It certainly has been for me. Now, back to what I was saying before about choosing yourself. Well, when you have two businesses like I do, and they are not running themselves as I had planned at one level or another, they would be fairly self-sufficient. That means I am feeling tethered to my phone. I feel often like there's something that's going to happen and I need to be available to solve a problem. I've taken it upon myself, because no one else in either company had any experience with payroll, procurement, human resources, the legal aspects of running the business, taxes. Nobody had any of that knowledge. The previous owners had done it all. So I bought myself 2 jobs. That was not my intention. So as a result, instead of choosing myself and relaxing, getting the rest I need, having some fun, spending time with family, I have often chosen the businesses, keeping them running, even if it was just on perception only, that I needed to be there, I needed to be available, I couldn't be out distracted, doing something that I would like to have done. So I've constrained myself, and that comes at a cost. Most of us do that. I think if you're honest with yourself, you'll say yes. You give a big chunk of yourself away to other elements in your life that are outside of yourself. Some of that is required if someone's paying us, for an employer, for instance, and we give a certain number of hours of our day. However, most of us, if you're like me, you give more than really is required. And running a business, you kind of feel open-ended. There isn't anybody to cover you, just you. So if things don't go well, then it's all on you. But lately, I've been internalizing more and more the concept of the universe really being in control, that this is more of a matrix than anything else, that I truly am the creator of my own reality, my own world even. There are a lot of other participants, but my perspective and my experience is of my own making, my own choosing. So the fears that I fear, the stresses that I stress about, the dilemmas that I dilemma about, are of my own making. And I've been increasingly internalizing that and understanding that at a deeper and deeper level. And that probably does have something to do with just the way the universe is functioning and consciousness rising at a general level. To what extent, I don't know. I don't understand all of that yet. I hope I'm increasingly understanding all of that, but suffice it to say, I've been learning to choose myself more. Like yesterday, I had a slight headache. My daughter and her husband, who are temporarily living with us before they move off to another state for work, and my daughter, who had taken several days off from her job, who's a recent graduate from high school, they all wanted to go play pickleball, and wanted me to come with them. And at first I said, no, I don't. I've got a headache. I've got all of these things I've got to do today. Probably you go enjoy yourself. And then as they were getting ready, I started to think, I'm not choosing myself. I'm choosing the businesses over myself. And this headache, it probably originates from just thinking that I've got to get so much done today. I've got this checklist that I've created for myself, and even though it's not complete, there's never a complete checklist. And those that seem more complete are way too long anyway, and you'll never get to even a fraction of them done. So I decided, you know what? It's noon. It's lunchtime. I deserve a break. I'm taking a break. And I took my phone with me, and nobody called that was of any import. A few 800 numbers, and I just let them ring, or I silenced them. If I was on the sidelines waiting for my turn to rotate in, and played pickleball. It was my first experience playing pickleball, which is another indicator of me not choosing myself, because my first experience playing pickleball. Come on. Anyway, I had a great time. I had a really great time. And the 2 hours that I ended up spending, I was thinking, let me take another car in case I need to just break away and come back home. It's like, I didn't. I was having fun. I could tell and I could feel that it was good for me. And I spent 2 hours. And then I don't regret it. Nothing bad happened. And that's the way the universe works, come to find out. So there you have it. So that's one of the things. Choose yourself. Another one is just, I don't know if you are like this, but one of the things that I see that indicates to me that there is much more going on here than I grew up thinking in my nearly 53 years, about all of these outside influences, outside causes, all these outside things that I need to react to, need to plan for, that I'm fearful of or reactionary to. One of the things that indicates to me that that is not the way it works is that in the last few years, I have just been literally bathed in repeating number sequences. And I used to not think anything about numbers other than what was in my bank account. But I came to a point where I was listening probably to Abraham Hicks a lot before I retired from the federal government, and I just started seeing repeating numbers all the time, everywhere, on my clocks, on license plates, just all sorts of places. 111, 222, 333, 444, just a lot of ones. So I started looking things up, like, what does this mean? What does that mean? And I really don't pay attention so much to the meaning or the purported meaning behind it, but I do think of it as, hey, this is the universe's way of saying, hey, we're aware of you. You don't need to worry. This is all just a creation, your creation. You're part of this creation. You're creating this around you. And you're not alone. That's come to mean so many different things to me over these past few years, but especially in the last even several days, as I've just I see these things every single day, multiple times a day. And I just have to remind myself, don't get caught up in some issue that would trigger you. Allow the universe to really impact you deeply, fundamentally, and let that message carry into you that this is really not real. The realness is not in what we see around us. It's what's inside of us. It's what's inside of everybody. So allow the universe's message to sink in. Yeah. 111. Yeah, that's right. That's right. This isn't real. It's just fun. We're just having fun. This situation that's confronting me or that's appearing before me is of my own making. It's just reminding me where I'm at in a vibrational, emotional level. So if it's not something to my choosing, then relax and look for something better. Turn your attention to what you want. Don't pay so much attention to what you don't want, other than to allow it to indicate to you that you've been focusing too much on what you don't want. So there's the second thing. The third thing that was passing through my mind, it was very similar to that one, and that's just stepping back from life and being that observer. And that's something that a lot of people have said. Eckhart Tolle is one of them. He said, just observe. Be that third party. Look at the emotions that are being elicited or you're eliciting from yourself to any circumstance. Observe it. Yeah, have compassion on yourself. And learn how to step away from it and just let them dissipate. And recognize that you are choosing everything, every emotion. I just saw a video this morning from Bashar, and a lady was in the audience, and she said, I think I really have a difficulty trusting. And Bashar said, no, you don't, because you're trusting that you don't trust. So really, whether it's trust, whether it's confidence or a lack of confidence, you have a confidence in your lack of confidence. It's just this paradox, as he would say. And it's the choice. You are existing, and that is a fact. You exist. You are. You are the I am. I am. You are source. You're part of this whole creation. And your existence is pretty much all of it. Everything else is a choice. So if you're fearful, you're choosing to be fearful. If you're confident, you're choosing to be confident. If you're happy, you're choosing to be happy. If there's a circumstance that you would say, oh, that makes me happy, it doesn't make you anything. You see it, you decide that that is a pleasing thing, and you choose to be happy. Just as the opposite is equally true. I have a beautiful view out my window of a lake. I enjoy that view. I like nature. I like to see the wildlife. But it's because I choose that makes me happy. I feel happy, and I choose that. On days when things have manifested in such a way that I'm choosing to feel burdened, I'm choosing to feel fearful, concerned, I'm choosing to feel limited. These experiences, these views haven't changed, but I don't choose to allow them to choose them to allow me. I don't choose to feel happy when I see them. Why? Because I'm choosing to feel unhappy with other things that I'm choosing to react to. There we go. Those are the things that I wanted to share today. Our choice, I guess, was what I just was talking about, that we need to recognize that we exist, and that's the core, and everything else is a choice. And then to truly take the indicators that we are not alone, and that there's much more going on, and let those sink in. Let those be our truth, and not allow anything else to move us, to shake us, to shift us off of just our base. We are, you and I, our source energy. We choose. We choose us. We choose ourselves, or we choose to pay attention to things that really don't really matter, don't really exist. Abraham has said many times, there is nothing serious going on here. It's like, there's no judgment. We're our own judges, sources of judging us. We go through all of these iterations in the eternal now moment, alternate realities, lifetimes, experiences, and to what end? For just the expansion of it all, exploration of it all. Who would judge us for having made certain choices in one lifetime as opposed to certain choices in another? I mean, it's just, we do what we do and we do it. And we choose differently in different circumstances. And now, this lifetime, this now moment that I'm aware of and I'm participating in, I'm choosing to live the way I want to live. I hope this helps you to do the same.